Hey guys, it's Simmy, and this is Wrestling Unlimited. As well, it's Friday, and we're here to talk about both AEW Rampage and Friday Night Smackdown. It's November 5th, 2021, and I thought, well, Rampage was the better show tonight. I thought SmackDown kind of dragged at points. I thought SmackDown was a little less than average tonight. Main event and all that was good, but the rest of the show was kind of just meh. But if you see this right down here, we got something to talk about here. We're part of Extra Life this year. If you don't know what Extra Life is, it is a fundraising foundation and fundraising program that happens every year at the beginning of November, first weekend of November, to raise money for children's hospitals. Right now, we are actually part of Team Kinda Funny. The main goal there is to raise $100,000. Our small little team goal here with PWU Unlimited and my Twitch channel at Timmy Buddy is to raise $1,000 for a local hospital here, Valley Children's Hospital. The Valley Children's Hospital actually has a soft place in my heart because they've helped me and my kids before. When I was growing up, I got sick twice, and I was hospitalized at Valley Children's Hospital both times for at least a week, if not longer, for both of those times. With my daughter, 2 years ago, she broke her arm, missed all of summer, couldn't do anything all over summer, but Valley Children's Hospital, they've stitched her right up. They put her in a cast from her freaking up here, her bicep, all the way down to her wrist, and she was good to go afterwards. So Valley Children's Hospital does have a special place in my heart, and we are raising money for them. The link's in the description below. If you would like to donate anything, $1, $2, anything helps out with our funds here, our cause here of Extra Life to raise money for children and children's hospitals. So again, the link is in the, the link is in the chat right now. And if you are watching on YouTube, the link should be in the description. I'm going to double check that really fast. I didn't put the correct link. Let me fix that on YouTube. All right, the link has been updated in the YouTube description. Unfortunately, I can't put a description link on Twitch to make it easier. I should just put something in the below, but we'll see how it goes. But again, we are raising money for children's hospitals, most specifically right now, Valley Children's Hospital. We are part of Team Kinda Funny. The team is currently halfway to their goal of $100,000, and our small team goal, like that's the main team goal, but our small team goal is to get $1,000 for Valley Children's Hospital. But with that, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PWU Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and Twitter.com/PWU Unlimited. Remember, if you are watching on Twitch, well, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can help us out either by hitting that donate button down below or subscribing to the channel, but I don't want any of that. You might think, oh, he's going to go into the regular rigmarole. No, I don't want any of that. I don't want subscriptions here on Twitch this weekend. I don't want super chats over on YouTube. No, I want you guys to donate to our Extra Life campaign. I want you guys to help us out here with Extra Life. With that, we've got two shows to talk about. We've got AEW Rampage, like I stated. We've got Friday Night Smackdown, and we're going to start it first with AEW Rampage. The show itself kicks off with Excalibur, Taz, and Ricky Starks introducing us to the show. And I think this is a great announce team. I think Taz, Ricky Starks, and Excalibur are great together. But the opening match is a 9-minute match between Bryan Danielson and Anthony Bowens. And boy, howdy, Max Caster's freaking rap. Max Caster's rapping as he's coming down to the ring, and I'm going to pull, for some reason I didn't put it in my notes, but I do have a tweet here that I sent out that basically, this got the exact line I want to talk about. He says, he's coming down to the ring, and he's looking at Danielson and says, I'm going to put you in poverty, dog, because I'm ending careers quicker than your father-in-law. And I'm like, 18 people just got fucking fired, and you're making jokes? Now, if you don't know the correlation here Bryan Danielson is married to Brie Bella. Brie Bella's mother is married to, well, head of talent relations in WWE, John Laurinaitis, the man that actually makes the phone calls and says, sorry, but you've been released from the company. So, yeah. Again, he stated, I'm going to put you in poverty, dog, because I'm ending careers quicker than your father-in-law. And I'm like, ooh, that wasn't, no. I saw people laughing about it online and praising it, saying, oh, that's such a great line. No, I thought that was insensitive at best. This is dumb, just dumb. Again, people lost their jobs. But with that, Bowens kept up with Danielson early on as Danielson tried to do some mat wrestling. Bowens actually got a near fall with the crucifix at one point. Daniel floored Bowens with the high kick and backed him into the corner for some chops and some kicks. Bowens came back with some chops of his own, and Bowens responded with some forearms. Bowens went for a vertical suplex, but Danielson caught him with a knee to break that up. He then went for a cross arm breaker, and Bowens got to the ropes to break the hold. Danielson kicked him right out of the ring, though. I'm like, ooh, Danielson's not going to let up at all. So we went to a commercial break, and when we came back, Danielson hit Bowens with a series of forearms and a flying clothesline. Danielson followed this up with some yes kicks for a near fall. Do we still call them yes kicks? Since he won't do the yes chant, the crowd will say yes, 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 but he won't actually do the yes chant. So do we still call these the yes kicks? Interesting thing to think about. Lost my spot here. Okay, here we go. Danielson missed a drop kick in the corner, and Bowens caught Danielson with, quote, the arrival, an inverted DDT with his opponent tied up in the ropes. Danielson came back with a backdrop on Bowens, right on top of Caster on the floor. Just sent him flying. Danielson then flew off the ropes with a crossbody block on both members of the Acclaimed on the floor. Danielson with the top rope shotgun dropkick, big stomps, and then a bell lock to force Bowens to tap out and pick up the victory. Magma Lord says, I guess I didn't hear that part of the rap. It was right when he got to the bottom of the ramp up towards the side of the ring. He said it. Like, as he got to the bottom of the ramp, he said the line, and then both men were standing right there next to the ring. There was a recap of FTR, Andrade, Cody, all that stuff going on. And then we get FTR, MJF, and Andrade. So we've learned that FTR are not their own men. No, they work for MJF. Legit. The Pinnacle are just guys that work for MJF, which kind of just crap. That FTR are just workers of MJF because FTR is standing there. Andrade and his guy is standing there. I don't even know what you call assistant. And all of a sudden, MJF walks up and goes, hey, hermano. So I'll let you use my boys for 2 weeks. You got them for 2 weeks, but where's my, how do they say it? And then Dax tells him, De Niro. Goes, what, Robert De Niro? And Dax goes, oh, fella, where's the De Niro? And so this guy gives him a wad of cash or whatever, like a little stack of cash. And MJF's like, how do you ask him for more? And Dax is like, mucho dinero? Mucho dinero? And the guy's like, more, see. And he hands them the more money. And MJF looks at him and goes, yeah, that'll do. You got these guys for 2 weeks. And I'm like, fuck. Are you kidding me? FTR are just hitmen for MJF. God damn. Like, I thought the Pinnacle was a family, was a group. Nope. They just work for MJF. After that, Dax Harwood cut a promo saying, hey, Pac, where were you out there? You didn't come help Cody. I'll be at Dynamite on Wednesday. How about you? And it was announced later, Dax Harwood versus Pac next week on the show. Gabriel says, Jose is Andrade's assistant. Yeah, I'm not going to remember that. I'm just going to call him the assistant because that's what they call him on commentary. Next up, we got probably the best thing in wrestling all this week. The confrontation, the face-to-face of CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. And this kind of started slow. and then just holy cow. Let's get into it. CM Punk makes his entrance, and then they go to commercial. Come back from commercial, and Punk's jogging around the ring, and literally goes, quote, I just wanted everyone at home to think I was jogging around for 3.5 minutes. The Punk goes, all right, I'm here. I'm supposed to have a face-to-face with Eddie Kingston. I'm calling Eddie Kingston to my ring. He says, my ring. Kingston's music plays, but he doesn't come out first. Punk taunts him. So finally, Kingston storms down to the ring, and you just get this energy from him like, holy crap. This is about to be good. We get, you want an apology? Answer me when I'm talking to you. Because, so, Punk standing in the ring, up in the corner. So, Kingston mocks him. Oh, you want to stand cool? You know. And he goes, you want an apology? And Punk says nothing. He goes, answer me when I'm talking to you. Punk still says nothing. He goes, oh yeah, doesn't sound good. Doesn't feel good, does it? And so they're both standing on opposite sides of the ring. And at one point, Kingston goes, you want to know why I wasn't there on Wednesday? Because I thought I had damn COVID. I had to take 2 tests just to make sure I didn't have COVID. I was sick. I don't want to potentially make anyone or their kids sick, so I didn't come. Kingston apologized to the fans, but didn't have an apology for Punk. Kingston looked up at all the independent stars in the locker rooms before him. He said he loved guys like CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Amazing Red, and Homicide. CM Punk was a role model to him. But CM Punk always looked down to Eddie Kingston, always judged Eddie Kingston. Kingston felt like Punk held him back. But Punk said Kingston couldn't live up to the high standards. And Homicide, Joe, and even Danielson felt the same way because he was, quote, a bum. He's like, I'm a bum? He's a bum? Almost have to sell their house, make it through the pandemic, but fight to get here to the only wrestling company in the world, AEW? He's a bum? Main event? Full Gear? Like last year, I main evented Full Gear. He's told Punk that no one in the locker room wants him in AEW. That nobody is willing to actually say it to his face, though. And then he challenged Punk to a match at Full Gear. Punk goes, oh, well, I don't know about that one. Isn't like darker elevation more your speed? Full Gear may be a little too much for you. Kingston then yells, fight me. Fight me at Full Gear. Punk asks the crowd. The crowd agrees. This match should happen at Full Gear. Just when it looks like Punk was about to leave, Kingston told Punk after the match, he can go away for another 7 years. And Punk headbutts Kingston just like Samoa Joe headbutted Kurt Angle in his debut, King Kurt Angle's that is, TNA debut. So these two start brawling, and as they call it, the referee corps ran out to stop them. But that wasn't enough. Security come out to stop them. Bunch of other guys come out to stop them. These two are going wild. Punk's hair's everywhere. Eddie Kingston's over there. And yeah, they then say, it has just been made official. Tony Khan has told us this match will be happening at Full Gear. So yeah, Eddie Kingston versus CM Punk at Full Gear as the crowd is chanting, let them fight, let them fight, let them fight, let them fight. Well, the interesting thing here is the crowd didn't know who to be behind. At times, they were behind Punk, and they were cheering for him. But at times, they were behind Kingston, and they were cheering for him. When they were behind Punk, they would boo Kingston. When they were behind Kingston, they would boo Punk. So that's a very interesting dynamic going into this match. That both guys are able to get cheers and boos for the things they're saying and doing. So this match is going to be interesting. Very interesting. In the back, Jungle Boy, Christian, and Luchasaurus made a challenge to the Super Click. They wanted a trios match, but not just any trios match at Full Gear. They want Falls Count Anywhere, and that match did officially get announced. So it will be Adam Cole and the Young Bucks against Christian Cage and Jurassic Express in a Falls Count Anywhere trios match at the pay-per-view. Now, the Grand Slam Rampage, we did see this match already, kind of, but the change here is now it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Next up, We had a match in the TBS tournament that went 3.5 minutes. It was Red Velvet versus the Bunny. And here's my criticism, not of AEW, but of the fucking AEW fan base. So I know the show just ended and maybe a lot of people haven't said their 2 cents yet, but when WWE had their Queen of the Ring tournament going on and we were getting like 3.5 minute matches there, 2.5 to 3 minute matches or so, everyone was quick to jump online and say, oh, WWE don't care about their women, don't give them time, and da-da-da-da-da. Yet nobody's talking crap this time when AEW only gives their women 3.5 minutes. Yeah. Where's the double standard? Standard. You'll crap on WWE for not giving the women time in a tournament match, but you won't crap on AEW for not giving the women time in a tournament match. It's ridiculous. There's double standards with AEW where they can't do no wrong, even if they're doing the exact same things WWE's doing. Like, are you kidding me? Ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. I know it's the Queen's Crown tournament. Did I say something wrong? No, I said the Queen's Crown. Anyways, Red Velvet bolted to the ring when her music played. She wasted no time, and the Bunny dropped to the floor. Red Velvet followed her and clotheslined her. Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling were sitting at ringside watching because they take on the winner. The Bunny sent Velvet headfirst into the steps. Bunny did that ugly spot where she drop kicks her opponent in the back while their neck is wedged against the turnbuckles, which kind of is a dumb spot in theory. So, Red Velvet came back with a leg lariat and a stunner for a near fall. Bunny got a near fall after a Death Valley driver. Bunny went for down the rabbit hole, but Velvet countered into the final slice neck breaker, which picked her up the victory. So, Red Velvet now moves on to the second round of the TBS title tournament. So then, we get the face-to-face deal. It's John Silver and Adam Cole, and they talk about Budge yet again. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So they're doing this back and forth, and they say the Budge thing or whatever. And then Mark Henry does his line. It's time to stop the talking. It is time for our main event. And as he does it, fucking John Silver's making fun of Mark Henry here, because as Mark Henry says, it's time for our main event. John Silver's over there mouthing it. It's time for our main event. And then he goes, Budge. And I'm like, no. People already think this is a dumb segment on Rampage every week with Mark Henry. Don't make it into more of a joke. So, Adam Cole makes his way out to the ring. John Silver makes his way out to the ring. And Taz literally goes, what's this Budge thing all about? Mark Henry says something about BTE. What's Budge? He wants Adam Cole to cut his hair or whatever and become his manager? Huh? Taz like, whatever this is, this sounds stupid. I'm like, thank you. Fucking Taz, thank you. Because when they're doing the whole back and forth thing, Mark Henry asks that John Silver, on BTE, you keep saying you want Adam Cole to change his name to Budge. And fucking Silver goes, no, not Budge. Budge in all caps. And I'm like, keep this BTE stupid ass shit off of your main television show. It ain't working. When your commentary has no fucking clue what you're talking about and they're shitting on it, it ain't working. No. So before the match actually starts, we get a rundown for next week's AEW Dynamite. Pac versus Dax Harwood. Thunder Rosa, Ty Conti, and Anna Jay against Britt Baker, Rebel, and Jamie Hayter. Matt Sydal will be teaming up with Lee Moriarty to take on the team of Dante Martin and Leo Rush. Ryan Danielson will be going one-on-one with none other than Rocky Romero. Oh, and we'll have a contract signing for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match at Full Gear next weekend. No, it was Taz. Trust me, Ken Lewis. It was Taz because freaking Excalibur literally said, yes, Taz, that is a bit they've been doing on BTE. As far as this match does go, the match itself was pretty good. It was Adam Cole versus John Silver. While Cole had the Young Bucks out there with him, Silver sent the Dark Order to the back, said, I'll be fine on my own. This is when Excalibur told Taz, right as the match started, when Excalibur told Taz about this being a BTE segment thing. And again, Taz was like, yeah. Like, he said it was stupid. Excalibur tried to kind of explain it, and Taz just goes, yeah, that just sounds stupid to me. Like, I don't know if he's... So here's the thing. I don't know if Taz thinks it's just stupid, the Budge thing, or if Taz knows what Budge is, and he's calling what it's in reference to stupid. Because if you don't know, the Budge thing is in reference to Bruce Pritchard wanting to change Adam Cole if he would have stayed with the company and went to the main roster. He wanted Adam Cole to cut his hair. He wanted Adam Cole to change his name. And he wanted Adam Cole to become a manager on the main roster. Basically, like Leo Rush was for Bobby Lashley. So now thinking about it, though, I don't know if Taz was saying it was dumb and it's stupid for what Budge is on BTE or for what Budge is making fun of. Regardless, I think it's dumb. Because the other day on Dynamite, when John Silver says, I'm not facing Adam Cole, I'm facing Budge, the crowd went, oh. Granted, they played along tonight, but still. But I don't know. When it comes to me, when you have a match, your main event that's built around a feud on a YouTube show, Tony Khan, at least tell them not to call it stupid. So, Silver mimicked Adam Cole's Bebe early on and did the Budge, Bebe. Instead of the Bebe, he did Budge. And then got a big boot for his troubles. They fought out to the apron, and Cole snap-married Silver onto the hardest part of the ring. On the floor, Cole locked in a camel clutch, and the Young Bucks kissed him. Referee said, hey, don't do that, don't do that. And they go, we didn't touch him, we just kissed Adam. While Matt Jackson had a cup of coffee with him as well. Go to commercial break, and when we come back, Silver is making a comeback with some kicks. Cole went for a Rana, but Silver blocked the move with a sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Cole and Silver exchanged forearms. Cole then hit some fast kicks on Silver. Silver went for a suplex, but Cole countered it into a suplex neck breaker. A Yushigroshi type move. He dropped him on his knee, and boom, got a near fall off of it. Cole then charged into a lariat from Silver, and Silver hit a German suplex. Silver went for the cover, but Matt Jackson put Cole's foot on the ropes with the referee not looking. This is when the Dark Order came back out to confront the Young Bucks. The distraction distracted both the referee and John Silver. Adam Cole went for a low blow, but Silver blocked it, hitting a low blow of his own on Cole. Silver went for a suplex, but Cole fought out of it. Cole then went for the Panama Sunrise, but Silver overpowered Cole and backed him into the corner. Silver then charged, but Cole caught him with a pair of super kicks. Cole then lowered the knee pad, hit the boom, and pinned John Silver. I thought this was a really good match for what it was. I thought this match was a good main event match after you get over the bullshit of the Budge stuff early on. That was like the first 30, 45 seconds of the match, and then we just get a match that was actually really good between John Silver and Adam Cole. But to be honest, I liked the show. I thought Rampage was really good tonight and had the best thing in all of wrestling all week, the confrontation between CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. Like, that didn't feel like two guys cutting promos. It felt like two guys really fucking yelling at each other and getting their gripes out. So, I liked Rampage. I thought Rampage was a pretty good show, but now I want to know what you guys thought about tonight's Rampage. So, let's check the polls. View the results here. The Twitch poll. 100% of you liked Rampage as far as the Twitch poll does go. As far as the YouTube poll does go, 60% of you liked tonight's Rampage. 19 thought it was just all right. And 21% did not like it. So with that, let's get a poll going for SmackDown really fast. Also before... we'll talk about it in a second. All right, poll. New poll. What do you think of tonight's SmackDown? Liked it. It was all right. I didn't like it. Poll is live on Twitch. Liked it. It was... Whoop, there's no Y in it. It was all right. Didn't like it. All right. We got the poll on Twitch. We got the poll on YouTube. But before we get going with talking about SmackDown, I do want to talk about what we talked about at the top of the show. What is right here. Here. We are a part of Extra Life this year. Extra Life is a fundraising campaign the first week every year in December, the first weekend of December, to raise money for children's hospitals all around the United States. Right now, we are part of Team Kinda Funny. The goal is to raise $100,000 in total for various children's hospitals. We are at 50%, but our PW Unlimited team is raising money for Valley Children's Hospital here in Central California. I'm not going to go into everything like I did earlier. We are trying to raise anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for Valley Children's Hospital. And like I said earlier, Valley Children's Hospital has a close place to me because they helped me twice when I was hospitalized as a child. And they helped my daughter a few years ago when she broke her arm. So again, if you guys could go and donate, even just $1, something really, really does help. If you guys could donate to our cause, Extra Life, the link is in the chat. The link is in the YouTube video description. I will put the link in the chat again right here. This does mean a lot to me, raising money for children in children's hospitals. So again, if you guys can help out, even if it's just $1, I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. With that, we've got Friday Night SmackDown to talk about. Apparently, Adam Pearce was back. What I saw, I didn't see him, so I don't know if he was actually there. But yeah, Adam Pearce apparently at SmackDown because they said Adam Pearce made a match. Well, okay, cool. The show starts out with Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Paul Heyman. Michael Cole noted that Reigns has been champion for 432 days. They recap the King Woods stuff with Kofi and knighting him and the Usos interrupting and then the match last week and this and that. So the fans broke out into, I thought they were saying, fuck you, chant. I thought they were saying, fuck you. But then someone on Twitter said they were saying, you suck. So I don't know what they were saying. That McAfee tried to go, oh, they're saying thank you, Roman. They're saying thank you to Roman. And Michael Cole like, no, they're not. Roman said that he wasn't on SmackDown last week because he took a vacation after beating up Brock Lesnar. He demanded a little no-name town acknowledge him, even though he wasn't here last week. He said that he went to his own private island, walked around naked, and his wife liked that. And my first thought was, bro, we all know you were there last week. This is a stupid line to say, I wasn't here last week and the show went to shit. No, we all saw the video. I get it. In canon, on television, you weren't there, but we all saw the video of you working a dark match afterwards. So yeah, Paul Heyman trying to be in a match and tripping over the ropes, whatever. Roman Reigns said that he had a great week vacation, this and that. He then pointed out that Brock Lesnar, though, didn't have a good week. He got fined $1 million and suspended. Reigns took credit for Lesnar's suspension. Reigns then asked Heyman, who else had a bad week last week? Heyman thought he was talking about him and said, well, Kayla, she just gets on my nerves. And this thing's like, I'm not talking about you. He goes, oh, you mean these guys back here, the Usos? Yeah, what happened? And Heyman goes, well, they lost to the New Day. Just at New Day Rock chants. Reigns likes the New Day and thinks they're entertaining, but they're not better than the Bloodline, he said. Reigns couldn't understand how the Usos lost and called themselves the greatest tag team of all time. He asked the Usos, which one of you lost? And they pointed at each other. Finally, Jimmy fessed up and said, I got pinned. Jimmy admitted it, and the fans broke out another New Day Rocks chant. Roman said, you hear that? Because of you. Because of you. Jimmy promised. He's like, and what are you going to do about it? And Jimmy promised. The last week, I said I was going to kick that crown off his big head, and I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to make him acknowledge you, our tribal chief. New Day come out. I'm going to say it right now. It's maybe an unpopular opinion. I'm ready over this. I'm ready over this King Woods and Sir Kofi thing. They're going too much into the comedy aspect of it. No, thank you. I'm ready over it. Anyways. Kofi introduces King Woods. Woods assumed the king should be the one sitting at a head of the table. He's like, where's my table? I'm the king. If I'm the biggest, top guy here, shouldn't I be sitting at a head of a table? I mean, should I be telling everybody that every week? Should I be putting it on T-shirts because people forget that I sit at the head of the table? The New Day kept mocking Reigns. Crowd, yet again, chanted New Day Rocks. And the crowd was slightly chanting. This wasn't that lively of a crowd, to be completely honest. Woods then challenged Jimmy Uso to a match. And they go, you sure it's Jimmy and not Jiminy? And Kofi's like, oh, yeah, we challenge Jiminy Uso. And I'm like, no, quit with the bullshit. No, Jiminy Uso. No, it was stupid. And Woods says, I'll take him on. But here's the thing. If I lose, I'll acknowledge Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion. But if you, Jiminy Uso, lose to me, thy king, you must bend the knee, which means bowing to the king. Jimmy said that he wouldn't be bending no knee, and Jay agreed to the match. Poor Jimmy, I don't know. Reigns then held his hand out, and Heyman didn't know what he wanted. Heyman thought he wanted the belt, and Roman shook his head no. Then he told Jay, give him the mic! Reigns took the mic and also accepted the challenge for Jimmy. Jimmy never once said, I accept. Jay and Roman both did for him. So going forward, they recapped Shayna Basler beating Naomi last week with referee Sonya Deville. Tonight, we had a 6.5-minute match, Shayna Basler versus Naomi. It dragged at times, and actually was 2 matches in one, if you want to get technical. Sonya watched from the back as Kayla Braxton interviewed her and asked about her vendetta against Naomi, where Sonya said, no, this is just me lighting a fire under Naomi. When have we seen Naomi this motivated? Ever. Yeah, it's because I have motivated her. Basler attempted a submission early on in this match, but Naomi broke free, hit a drop kick, and got a near fall off of it. Basler fought back and caught Naomi with a released German suplex. Naomi sent Basler to the floor and rocked her with a kick to the head. She then pushed Basler ribs first into the apron. Naomi followed this up with a flying crossbody for a near fall. She attempted a plancha to the floor, but Basler avoided. Naomi ended up on the apron, and Basler yanked her off the apron and then on the floor hit her with a gut wrench suplex. After a commercial break, Naomi dropped Basler on the apron and hit a sunset flip for a near fall. Basler recovered and locked on the Karafuda clutch. Naomi grabbed the ropes, but Basler knocked her hands off the ropes and pulled her away. In doing so, this kind of tripped up Basler. Naomi rolled her up and picked up the victory, but Sonya came out. Sonya makes her way out to the ring and goes, hey, you guys aren't going to like this, but I got to do something here. That's not official. When Naomi grabbed the ropes, we're supposed to call for a rope break. The match is supposed to stop there for a quick second as we get a rope break. Because we didn't get the rope break, the pinfall doesn't count. I'm going to unregrettably say, restart the match. As she does so, boom, Karafuda clutch, she passes out. So technically, Naomi beat Shayna Basler, and then Shayna Basler beat Naomi. Sonya then walked out. Oh no, I already read that line. So yeah, Naomi got screwed again. Going forward in the back, Roman was furious that the Usos lost last week. Still talking about this shit. He said that this show, without him last week, got as bad as Monday Night Raw. Jimmy laughed. Roman stood up and goes, "Excuse me? What do you think is funny? You think I'm just here to pop you?" And Jimmy gets all serious, goes, No, I don't think it's funny at all. Jay and Jimmy then promised they'll deal with a New Day tonight. So in the back, Kayla Braxton, she interviewed Ridge Holland. Basically, Ridge Holland just put over Sheamus. Like, I don't know what the fuck this was, but he just kept saying, Sheamus is great. I've always looked up to Sheamus. Sheamus has done this and Sheamus has done that. And I was in a pub watching when Sheamus beat John Cena for the WWE title, and we all erupted in cheers. And I'm like, so are you going to team with Sheamus or you want to fight him? I had no clue what this was for. The recap, Charlotte Flair defeating Shotzi Blackheart, and then Shotzi attacking Banks. Megan Morant then interviewed Shotzi, and Shotzi literally cut the same promo she did last week after SmackDown on social media. The exact same promo, almost line for line, word for word. Shotzi noted that she's coming to SmackDown when not coming. Oh, no, never mind. I read that wrong. Shotzi noted since coming to SmackDown, she's lost title opportunity after title opportunity. She's lost her tag team partner. She's lost the support of the fans. No, you didn't. You got some big-ass pops last week, Shotzi. 4 times during that match, they chanted, Shotzi, Shotzi. That ain't losing the fans. She then said that she promises to run over Sasha Banks and all the other women in this locker room until she gets what she wants, and she doesn't need a tank to do so. So, well, the taking care of business tank is gone. They've stripped that from her. Now what's Shotzi? Just another fucking heel on the roster. Just another fucking heel on the roster. Next up, we had a tag team match. It was Mansoor and Cesaro against Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, who are now called Los Lotharios. I don't hate the name. I really don't. Mansoor and Cesaro worked well together. Weird pairing, though. I thought this match was really fun. The Lotharios had the early advantage after hitting a double drop kick on Mansoor. Trapped him in their tree of woe as well. Heels isolated Mansoor and cut him off from his corner. Garza caught Mansoor with the basement drop kick and a near fall, and then locked on a half crab. Mansoor broke free and hit an enziguri, but couldn't quite get to his corner to make the tag. Mansoor finally fought back and eventually tagged in Cesaro for the hot tag. Cesaro ran wild with a series of uppercuts on Carrillo. He followed this up with a running uppercut on Garza on the floor. He then hit a springboard, twisting uppercut on Carrillo. Garza then jumped back in the ring, but Cesaro caught him with the giant swing. Carrillo then broke up the swing, and Mansoor jumped in as well. Carrillo saved Mansoor, but Carrillo hit Cesaro with a super kick. He then bumped into Mansoor. Garza and Carrillo then hit a drop kick combo on Cesaro and picked up the victory. So with that, Los Lotharios do win their... I don't know if this is the first match they've done as a legit tag team or like the second or third, but this is like the first one with the name and everything. In the back, Kayla Braxton went to interview Jeff Hardy as he was talking with Aaliyah. She asked him something about being on SmackDown. He goes, excuse me, I got to go over here. And Aaliyah's talking to Sami Zayn and he interrupts. And Sami's like, hey, if you ever need advice, I'm the elder statesman here on SmackDown. I can give you advice on anything, in the ring, outside the ring, what you should wear. Maybe you should wear a pantsuit. What you're wearing right now looks fine, but maybe you should wear a pantsuit. And Jeff Hardy was like, don't listen to this guy, and that was it. Like, what the fuck? Next up, we had another one of them Drew McIntyre open challenges. It was 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The open challenge was answered by Ricochet. Ricochet comes out, and he slaps McIntyre right across the face. A furious McIntyre backs Ricochet into the corner. He threw him across the ring. Ricochet fought back and sent McIntyre to the floor. Ricochet attempted a Hurricane Rana off the apron, but McIntyre caught him, slammed him on the apron, and threw him back in the ring. McIntyre then threw Ricochet across the ring. He then leapt off the top rope. Ricochet is for like a backdrop moonsault looking thing. And as he got extended this way, so he does the backdrop, backflip. As he gets right here, boom, Claymore to the face. And there you go. McIntyre picks up the victory. After the match, Ricochet's like sitting in the corner, kind of. And McIntyre kind of looks at him and was like, you could be better than this, or something like that. He says something weird to him. After commercial break, they show Mustafa Ali in the back with Ricochet. Mustafa Ali had been watching the match previously. Wait, I'm ahead of myself. The segment's later. My bad. So in the back, Kayla interviewed the New Day. Kingston called Braxton the town gossip and Woods promised to defeat Jimmy Uso later on tonight and make him bend the knee. But after this, then we get the Ali Ricochet segment. Ali was telling Ricochet, you need to listen to me. I can make you better. We can work together and I can make you better. And Ricochet goes, why would I listen to you? You're a loser. You keep losing matches and you're a jerk to everybody you work with. So why would I want to work with you? Ali didn't appreciate the comment. So next up, we had Happy Talk with Happy Corbin and, Madcap Moss, who so they come out and they're like, oh, that's Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. And Pat McAfee says the line something similar of love. You call him Madcap, but he doesn't even wear a hat. So they go down to the ring. They talk about the whole thing with Nakamura and Boogs last week. They made some bad jokes and laughed uncontrollably. Corbin then introduced their guests, the Viking Raiders, who are making their SmackDown debut. Moss noted that these guys don't look very happy coming out here for Happy Talk. Eric said they're not happy. Ivar added that they're here to raid Happy Talk. Corbin and Moss mocked the Viking Raiders and made some bad jokes about Vikings. The Viking Raiders didn't appreciate the comedy and started destroying the set. We then ended up getting a tag match that they said Adam Pearce made during the break. It went about 5.5 minutes, not even 5.5 minutes, like 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Viking Raiders had the early advantage, but the heels took over. Moss slowed down the pace with a side headlock, but Ivar broke free. Eric then slammed Ivar onto Moss for a near fall. Corbin caused a distraction, and Moss hit a spine buster on Eric to regain control. Corbin hit it around the post clothesline on Eric for a near fall, but Ivar broke up the pin. Moss took Ivar out of the ring, and Corbin did a deep 6 for a near fall. Eric fought back and finally tagged in Ivar. Ivar hit a flying crossbody on Moss and sent Corbin to the floor. Ivar avoided Corbin with a cartwheel, and Eric hit a suplex on Corbin. Eric gave Moss a powerbomb, but struggled to get him up. He almost dropped Moss on his head. I don't know what this was. Ooh, that looks bad. Ivar then climbed to the top rope, but Corbin pulled Moss out of the ring. Corbin and Moss just walked away and said, screw this shit. Got counted out. They just got counted out. Sami Zayn ran into Hit Row in the back. Zayn claimed that Hit Row's debut last week sucked, which they didn't debut last week. They debuted, I thought it was 2 weeks ago. Last week, they did the backstage segment with the New Day. Anyways, Ashanti the Adonis was offended, so he got in Sami's face. But Top Dollar held him back. Top Dollar then asked Zayn, show them how to do a real entrance then. Zayn agreed and started walking to the ring. Zayn made his entrance and danced on the stage. He jumped and rolled around and whatnot and bragged about his entrance and noted he's a true superstar. Zayn believes that he should lead Hit Row and then introduce them. First, Hit Row praised Sami Zayn, but then started mocking him. They noted that they didn't need him to lead them. Top Dollar added that Zayn sucks. The fans then chanted, Sami sucks. Zayn was furious and walked off before warning Hit Row that this ain't the last. And I go, this is the last for me because this segment sucked balls big time. This was a waste of a segment, a waste of about 10 minutes. This sucked. In the back, Jimmy and Jay getting pumped up for Jimmy's upcoming match. Jimmy asked Roman if he's coming, but Roman decided I'll stay in the back. We got a 10.5-minute match. It was Xavier Woods or King Woods against Jimmy Uso. This match actually was the best thing on the show. This was a really good match. And then, it's a member of the New Day against a member of the Usos. That's never not good. The Woods quickly went for a pin and a roll-up. Got a 2 off of it. Woods followed this up with a Russian leg sweep and a basement drop kick for a near fall. Jay yelled at Jimmy to get his head in the match. Jimmy dragged Woods across the top rope to regain control briefly. Jimmy leapt off the top, but Woods countered with a drop kick. Jimmy fought back and set Woods to the floor. After a commercial break, Woods hit a crossbody and got a near fall off of it, but Jimmy fought back with an enziguri. He followed this up with a splash in the corner and a running knee for a near fall. Jimmy slowed down the pace with a chin lock. The fans then broke out in another New Day Rocks chant. Woods broke free of the chin lock and hit a super kick. Jimmy went for a back suplex, but Woods escaped and hit yet another super kick. He dropped Jimmy on the top rope and hit a running knee. Woods followed this up with a drop kick through the ropes. Woods hit a leg drop off the top and got a close near fall off of it. Woods climbed back to the top rope, but Jay caused a distraction. Jimmy took the advantage and hit a Samoan drop off the second turnbuckle for another close near fall. Jimmy went for the Uso splash, but Woods got his feet up. Woods avoided a super kick, but Jimmy went after the eyes. Jimmy rolled up Woods, and Jay tried to help, but the referee saw it. This then led to Woods taking the advantage, rolling up Jimmy with a handful of tights and picking up the pinfall victory. So, Usos try to cheat, they get caught. Well, Woods cheats, doesn't get caught, gets the victory. After the match, he says, "Bend thy knee." And as Jimmy was about to kneel down, out comes Roman Reigns and he spears Woods. Bloodlines then beat down both Woods and Kingston, and I'm sitting here going, where's Big E? This is the perfect setup for SummerSlam. I'm sitting here. He spears Kofi, slips the hair back, and I go, this is the perfect time. Just go, y'all want to go big? Like, it was perfect timing. No. What I think might happen, because they beat the shit out of Kofi here. They injured the knee. I think what we could see here is Woods against Roman, maybe title versus crown. I wouldn't be opposed to that. He says, I want to face you, Roman, for what you did to us last week or whatever, how many weeks it's going to be. Roman goes, why should I face you? And he goes, I'll put my crown on the line. Maybe he does it. Crown versus Universal title. They beat the shit out of the Usos, or the New Day, though, after this match. And yeah, that was SmackDown. A missable show for the most part, to be completely honest. A very missable show. And yes, I know, I knew being Survivor Series. But with that, guys, that was Friday Night SmackDown. Now I want to know what you thought of the show. Remember, you can text 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. But first, got to check the polls. As far as the Twitch poll, 100% of you like tonight's SmackDown. As far as the YouTube poll does go, 66% liked SmackDown, 25% thought it was just all right, and 9% did not like SmackDown. Going forward, we do have a number of text messages here. Got a lot of text messages about the releases. I don't want to talk about them anymore. We've talked about them in length. I especially don't want to talk about, do you think if this person got released, didn't get released, he would have done this? Or I got 4 text messages right here. Do you think so-and-so would have won such and such belt if he didn't get released? Do you think so-and-so would have won this belt if they didn't get released? Do you think they would be a champion again? No, I'm not talking about that stuff because we don't know. We don't know. Person says, who do you think should challenge challenge Roman Reigns for the title? And also, do you think Shotzi's going to be a good heel on SmackDown? challenging Roman, I already gave my opinion on that. Maybe they do Woods. But as far as Shotzi being a heel, I think she'll be all right. I mean, the crowd loves her. So, I mean, they had a built-in already big baby face there, and they fucked that up. Person says, okay, I'm not doing any more of these. Who should challenge for this belt? Who should challenge for this belt? Because right now, none of that matters going into Survivor Series. This text message says, what do you think will happen? No, I don't care. More stuff about what do you think will happen because this person got released? I don't know. It says, you think Adam Pearce will be for Raw and Sonya for SmackDown or vice versa? Pearce will probably confront Sonya saying, hey, Sonya, you're abusing your power. No, because if he was going to do that, they would have done that already. Person says, when will they build for Survivor Series? I thought they had the perfect time to build for it tonight when Roman was beating down the New Day. Like, the way he hit that spear, so I thought this was a perfect setup. He hits that stiff spear on Kofi, jumps up, he flips the hair back, and that would have been the perfect time to hear, y'all want to go big? And Roman can just go, what? And boom, out comes Big E. New Day, or the Bloodline, retreats, and there you go. That's what I thought should have happened. It says Roman winning the crown would be fantastic if he eventually faces The Rock sometime. If he eventually faces The Rock sometime, your thoughts. I don't know. There was rumors that Rock was going to wrestle him next year. Rock's got a movie at the same time as WrestleMania. So I don't know. 2 years, we'll see. We'll see. But with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and Twitter.com/PW Unlimited. Remember, we are part of Extra Life this year. Right here, Extra Life. So hit the link in the description below. Guys, help us out. We're raising money for Valley Children's Hospital here in Central California. Trying to raise $500 would be great. Even $100 would be great. But the main goal is $1,000. We are part of the overarching team of Team Kinda Funny. They're trying to get a total of $100,000, and they're halfway to that goal already. So with that, guys, thank you for joining me here tonight. I'm going to be live here shortly on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy, playing some games over there. So with that, have a great night, and I'll see you next time.